What is happening with the sun is supposed to happen. We should not be afraid because we are the sun. We are solar plexus beings. We can be in the sunlight and take in the sun. Ask for the appropriate coding. You are cherished and valuable amongst all beings, those who know that you are here and you're not afraid of the sun. The sun is not here to punish us. It is our sun because it's our planet. So it is important to be in the sun, to be in sunlight, to make sure that you get the vitamin D that supports your immune system, to make sure that you're in harmony. You're not mad that it's hot. You know, you don't have so many parasites that it's so uncomfortable for you to be above 80 degrees. Bring yourself into levels of cleanliness. Bring yourself into levels of harmony so that you can live on the planet you were born to live on. Be grateful when you look at the sun. I was just today, I was with my son, and I walked into a room, and I walked into a spot in the room where the sun was on the floor and stood there, which was not really where the furniture was placed. It was just kind of a random, and he said, "Mom, why are you standing there?" And then he looked down and he said, "Oh, you gonna move with the sun?" I said, "I positioned myself so I can. That's right. I'm gonna move. When it moves, I'm moving." You know, if it's going that way, I'm going that way too. I'm happy to be in the sun. I'm happy to feel the sun on my top of my head. I want to be part of that. I want to walk on the ground outside with my toes in the dirt and the grass. I want to breathe the air that was given to us. I want to have the experience that was meant for human on this planet. I want to embrace it, and in every circumstance you are encouraged to embrace. Don't be afraid. Fear is the mind killer. Don't be afraid. There is no suffering. There is no death. There is no suffering. There is only transition, and that is not what's going to happen to those who need to be here to help other people. Those who are here, who dedicate themselves to be in service so that there can be a new world, it would be ridiculous and stupid to harm us in any way. And I have this on first-hand experience because I've been in wars, I've been in coups, I've been in tornadoes, I've been in all of these things, and at every point I'm asking, like, will you all assist with this? And they're like, yeah, you too, you know, you're one of us. You're cleaning, we're a tornado, we're clearing. You we're a fire, we're clearing. You know, we're good with you. You're the same thing we are. Make yourself valuable in that way. Decide to be of service. Then there won't be any reason for you to leave if you don't want to leave. There's no reason to move you out of the way so that other things can be done. Your house does not have to be destroyed. Or maybe you need to get out of the house if it does need to be destroyed and go somewhere else and not worry about it. So there's all of that. So we're having a thunderstorm here in Georgia. I'm in Georgia, and we have slated, and I don't know if it'll happen, but it looks like we're going to have a thunderstorm every day. I think that things are warming up. I think Mother Earth is like, I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. Some things are about to happen. You are encouraged to be in gratitude to creation, all that is, and to ask your ancestors and the elements, the platonic solids, air, earth, water, and fire that are conscious, that are listening, that do hear you, in the same way the rabbit heard you, in the same way the donkey heard the person who was on it, in the same way the trees that are outside your window know who you are, and when you speak to them, they wave their arms, you just don't know it. They're like, yay, we see you. Everything is conscious, everything is waiting to interact with us. It is only our limitation that we have gained through the orientation and the dogma of the third dimension that makes us think that it's only us. How egotistical could that be? We are not supposed to be wearing sunglasses. We're supposed to be getting sun in our eyes. So our eyes are part of our brain so that our brains will work properly, because our brains need to jump synapses, and that is an electrical current that comes from light, which is a level of fire, which is also illumination. And so if you wonder why are people not thinking right, they're not getting enough light in their eyes that's necessary. Don't look at the sun. Never look at the sun. That's what they're telling people. It is not, skin cancer is not from the sun. It's from the putrid, dirty meat that is fed the wrong food and treated with the wrong medicines that creates a cancer, and it always comes out in the sun because the sun will pull out impurities. So if the impurity goes down to your toes, then that's where it is. But that is from what's left in the colon. And I know this factually. I know this to be true because there are many people all over the world who, for millions of years, who live under the sun. I got plenty of facts. You know, people didn't always have sunglasses and they could see fine. You know, in the early 1800s in Europe, they would tell people, go to the sea on the sand under the sun, because there's sun, there's the water, and then there's the sand. These are all part of how the planet is made, and people would have miraculous recoveries because they did something natural. They walked barefoot on the sand at the beach. They experienced what happens when the waves come up in the salt water. They were taking salt baths, and they were in the sunshine, and they had these miraculous recoveries that the doctors wrote volumes and books about, and were amazed at how yes. Thank you, Serenia. We should consider, though, with the sun, it is what is in us that will determine what happens on the surface of our skin, because the liver and the skin are one organ. The inside of the skin is the liver, the outside of the liver is the skin, and the liver is taxed by the toxicities that we are inundated with, and that the skin cancers are really coming from what they're feeding, the unhealthy way and the inhumane way in which we treat the meat. And so that's really what's happening with skin cancers. And sometimes it's generational. It's not what we think. And sunscreen, clogging all of the pores on the face and then laying in the sun is not an intelligent idea. It's just not intelligent to do that, to clog up all of your pores with something that's been processed and artificial, and then go lay in the sun, which the sun itself is a cleaner. We all know that if you lay in the sun, it will bring to the surface of your skin whatever needs to be cleaned out. We all know that because we've all had that experience. So if you have things in your organs or in your tissues that are toxic, or you decide to clog up all of the pores which are breathing. Remember, we're skin breathing. Our skin is breathing. So you clog that all up and you lay in the sun to roast. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. I think that kind of says it all. We just don't think of it that way. That's you, all day long. And that's up to you to go and navigate how to elevate yourself, how to bring light into this experience of illuminating whatever is secret and hidden from you. Whatever it is that is causing you to be out of sorts, in bad temper, to be feel miserable, to be depressed, That is the thing that must be addressed. And it's always internal. And we have many practices that will help you with it. But the most important thing you can do is ask for help. In the privacy of your own mind, in the darkness of the night, in the early morning dawn, you could say with all of your clarity, help me. Call forth the ancestors. The help will come. The answers will pop into your head. The end result will be one that's greater. We have never been taught that there is help. We weren't taught to ask nobody for no help. We were taught to go pay somebody for something. We weren't taught that we can see in ourselves that there's an issue. We don't have to wait for all our relatives to gang up and have an intervention with us. It's not really necessary. We can address it. If we know that we're addicted, if we know that we're doing things that are against our body, you will pay for that. So you get the reward for whatever you're doing. The reward for how you eat, how you think, what you do, what your recreation is like, whether you sleep at night, whether you stay up all night, whether you yell at your children, whether you think bad thoughts. The reward is already built in. Nobody has to address you. It's coming your way. It's on the way to you. I say all the time, and somebody told me there's a book that says the body keeps score. We don't have to. The scorecard's already working. Everything is already in order. So the bigger idea would be, make sure that you understand what happens when you're triggered and you don't have the knee-jerk reaction that it's somebody else. That's the lowest common expression, but that's not the truth. The truth is, the problem's with the one who's triggered. They're the ones who triggered. They're the ones with the problem. You know, if you're triggered because of the way your mother talks to you, that's you. You have to navigate that aspect of you, and then each time there's another. I mean, you're triggered by the way your children are. You have to navigate through that and confront what's in front of you that's inside of you. This is the only way that we can be new. So the analogy that our first speaker came through with Mother Earth and the tremors of birth, it is the perfect analogy of all of us moving through whatever is inside of us to push out the new human. Like, there is going to be a new human. The person that we have been, we will be new, and whatever is birthed from our efforts will be new as well. It's not necessarily the children, it's the idea of moving out of us whatever aspect no longer serves us. We're at the point where you can't keep all those clothes that don't fit you and you don't wear no more in the closet. You know, we're at the point where we just need what serves us. If it doesn't serve us, the fantasy, the delusion has to go. If you are triggered by what someone says or what someone does, it's a moment for you in the privacy of your own mind to say, let me check myself, instead of trying to check everybody else. Let me just check me. I'm triggered, let me be checked. And when that happens, you win. It's a victory. It doesn't even matter how far you get. If you keep doing it and you ask for help, you are encouraged to know that it will come. It covers how you imprint every motion you take. So remember, it is lack of value for self that registers as self-sabotage. So really the remedy for that is victories. It's noting, was it a victory to come here today? Note that. I did something that was victorious for me. I have a victory. You get 1,000 victories, now there's no need to sabotage yourself. You have more value. It's really a matter of self-value.